All right, people, what's been going on? I've been off for some time, and I did say I will not be active on YouTube that much anymore. But I did a poll, and people wanted to know how I bought Euro and got out at the high of the week, and how a member of my trade room sold high of the week and held it for a good amount of pips and risk to reward gains. Now, before I even go into the technicals of everything, I want to get one thing straight. Everyone keeps on asking me the same question. It's a bit jarring because everything is online and people don't just do their research before they ask questions. Now, when you join my trading room, you will get it's just a monthly subscription, so it is for 30 days. What else do you get? You will get access to 14 custom videos that will help you understand more of how I trade and how I understand the markets. You'll get access to the Dojo channel. Now, the Dojo is a channel where I convey all my thought process during the week and what I see happening in the markets and what I expect to happen from the markets and what trades I'm in and what trades I'm not in. I do not do signals. Let's get that out now. I do not do signals. So obviously, I would give out what I expect to happen from the market and where I am in and where I'm looking to get out. And if you choose to follow that and you risk your money, if you make money, that's fine. I don't expect you to come back to me and thank me for a signal because that wasn't a signal. And if you do it and you get your ass handed to you, well, that's how the game works. So that's why I cannot do signals. When I do, if I do signals, the variables are out of my control. I can't be telling you when to collapse the trade and when to exit the trade and when to get and when to get. In as I can do that, but it's not just trading. My account is trading forex in general is stressful enough. I don't want to take handling signals and having people to ask me, "Oh, do you think I should hold the trade, or do you think I should get out, or can I get in again?" Nah, I missed it when you said it. It's I cannot do it. You'll get access to the trading group, to the trading room, which has got the members and other traders, like-minded traders. We chat and we get along and everything, and a bit of a banter. And yeah, that's just a bit of it. I get to tell you about when you are in there. You could get to have two sessions with me through the whole the the month that your subscription is still valid. During the weekends, we have a weekly webinar. Like today, after this video, we're meant to have a webinar by 9 this evening, and yeah, a whole lot of stuff. I cannot think of it everything and say it now, and I have a list of it. So in case you're interested, get at me on Instagram and get at me on Twitter, and I will tell you everything. And if you want to talk, you can talk to me. Just make you feel more comfortable. All I'll just say is do your research. This is not one of those things where you come in and I'll promise you a certain amount of pips or $200 or this amount of hours. I cannot promise you that. That is out of my variable because most people think trading is actually not for everyone. So it's it I can't just promise stuff like that. What I do promise that you would understand the markets better, and if you put in the work, you will get the results. That for sure, I can promise you, but I cannot promise you money or pips or this and that because I'm not giving a signal. So it's all up to you to put in the work and get the results. The people in there that are thankful that they joined and da 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 da. And the people in there that haven't still started seeing it yet, everyone is different. So you could start seeing your results in a month, within a month, within 3 months, within 6 months. I don't know because I don't know how good you are with picking up with stuffs. I learned trading quite quicker than most other people. That doesn't mean those people did not still learn it. They still went ahead and got everything under control. It's just going to show that people are different. So that's just all I have to say about my trading room. And all right, cool. Now back to your USD. I posted on my Instagram how I bought to the high of the week, and someone in my trade room. It's just like it's like we switched buttons. She sold the high of the week, so when I got her, that's when she was getting in. And someone DM me, and the person said that is fake. Well, I think the person was joking because you were LL. That is fake, and we just had a laugh. I don't know who that was actually. And nah, it's not fake. It's when you understand the market. So I will tell you why I was eyeing the level that I was eyeing and why the person that got out where she got out. Or why the person that sold where she was selling. Now, I always say it every single time, the market is always in the range. Now, it's all up to you to figure out what range we are in, simple and short. If you understand that the market is range, it's basically range play from the extreme of one range to the extreme of another range, from the high to the low. From the high to the low. Obviously, we do get trending, but then that's where market conditions come in. If you're in the trade room, you hear me talk about this more. I don't really want to go into that here. Now, that's where market conditions come in, where you know that after a trend, certain things are meant to happen. After an accumulation, some other things are meant to happen. So, if you understand when the accumulation is happening, or when the consolidation is happening, or when the range is happening, you will start anticipating the extreme part of the range. So, you can either buy or sell or TP at those levels. Now, in my case, I was looking to TP. On this particular day, I had stuff I needed to do, some real life situations like bank runs and some other stuff, just basically real life stuff. I didn't leave my house for a couple of days. So that Thursday, I woke up in the morning and I set a buy limit. And once I set a buy limit, I left the house. It triggered my buy limit, drove up to my TP. I didn't even know anything about it till in the evening. And when I got back and I went back into the trade room, and everyone was having a good time. Now, if we look at this. Now, again, another thing that gave me the confirmation was understanding market correlations. If you understand how the dollar index influences the foreign currencies, it will make trading a lot more easier for you. Now, this was the idea I had on the dollar index going into that Thursday. Now we had run this highs here, which is the intermediate daily high, and then we closed lower. And obviously, this was a double bottom. You can see where I do the annotation of the Monday's low, intermediate weekly low, and the double bottom. And then I was targeting the previous week's low. Now, besides just this previous week's low, this was another double bottom that was resting right above the 4-hour order block. Now, if we go back to our charts, you would see this. Yeah, I think this is it. So you can see that we have the 4-hour order block here, and then these are double bottom. So what I wanted to see was price take out the previous week's low. And when price takes out the previous week's low, I wanted to see some sort of retracement. Now, I didn't know if the effect was going to be as mad as it was. As you can see, this was a very aggressive effect. I will not lie to you and say, oh yeah, I expected this move. I expected a bounce off of this level. But when I look back at the charts, I was like, oh, okay, this is serious. When I saw this aggressive move, I expected a move, but this actually blew my mind. Now, that is what I was expecting for the dollar index. Now, and again, on the euro, most of you forget the basics of everything. You need to know the fundamentals and the high time frame flow. Every week and every day, you need to wake up and look at what the high time frame is saying, and you need to know what the fundamentals are saying. Even till now, I get some people in my trade room that say, "Oh yeah, where did that come from?" And I'm thinking, I posted the fundamentals for today. How? Why are you asking me where did that come from? You need to know the fundamentals. I'm not a fundamental trader. I trade TA, technical analysis, right? But I pay attention to the fundamentals because that would tell you when volatility is about to step into when the market is about to get volatile. I always say the same thing. News ain't shit, right? But whatever everyone says about news, I don't care about news. As long as I'm concerned, the banks, the entities, whatever name you give to them, the big boys, right? They simply just use news as an excuse to push price wherever it wants to go to. 8.5, 8, 9 out of 10 times, right? I am on the right side of news. I know what is, let me not say I know what is about to do. My technical analysis would make me look like, oh yeah, I'm a genius or whatever. But that just goes to show that what I'm trading is simply liquidity. The news will just basically chase the liquidity that it was meant to go for in the higher time frame. And that is all I care about. So when I was looking at this, we had I can't remember what news it was, but we had what is it called? A high impact news, and that's the news I care about. Forget about the low impact, forget about the medium impact, just focus on the high impact news, and that is it. I don't care about the low impact and medium impact. They move prices of probably maybe about 5 pips, which is insignificant to me. Sometimes they do not even move prices. On my investing.com, that is one I use, investing.com, I have filtered it out and I only have the high impact news of the euro, the pound, and the dollar, because those are the only three pairs I focus on. Sorry, the four pairs I focus on, which is Euro GBP, the DXY, the dollar, the DXY, Euro USD, and GBP USD. Just do that and you see the change in your trading. Know when the news is about to happen and do not get surprised again. So find whatever pair you trade and whatever news is being released for it, and then learn how to know when the move is about to come. So now on this day, we had the interest rates. People do not understand the news you should be very wary of is interest rates, NFP these days is not as volatile as it used to be. Um, what other one? I think on the manufacturing index of pound. Yeah, I think those are the three high impact news that when it comes out, 9 out of 10 times it does the madness, right? But the main two things is NFP. I don't think you should be trading NFP. I don't even trade the whole NFP week. Well, NFP and interest rates. Now on this day we had the ECB interest rates. This is the interest rates for euro. So I knew the euro was bound to make a big move. So if I had this idea for the dollar, right, which I was expecting price to run down, take out the Mondays, which is the intermediate weekly low, which was Monday's low, then run the what is it called? Then run the previous week's low. I was looking to TP when the dollar runs the previous week's low. Now, if you go back to euro, this is what I had in mind for euro. You could see price was approaching Monday's high and I was going for the previous week's high. Now, I wasn't just going for the previous week's high, I was going for 10 pips above the previous week's high, an institutional level, which was 1.1850, coupled with time of day. These are very important things. So now I was going for the previous week's high, I was going for 1.1850, which is the institutional level, and I understood the concept of the range. Now, if we go back to the price chart of euro and we look at this, this is a range. Now, I'm sure you must be thinking, where is the range? I'll give you some time to see if you can spot it. Well, if you didn't, that's fine. Now, first thing I'm going to do is put a horizontal line on 1.1850. Now, that's 1.1850. And I'll mark out the range now. So basically, this is the high of the range, and if we do this, you can see this is the low of the range. Now, price broke into this. This must have been on last week Thursday. Price broke into this range last week Thursday, and you can see it was consolidating between it. Now, I looked at this as a range, and what I was simply looking for was for price to run to the high of this range, take out the liquidity from the previous week's high. So now we're using the concept of the higher time from liquidity, which is basically the previous week's high, using an institutional level, which is 1.1850, using the concept of a range, and understanding the time and price theory, which is basically coupling with fundamentals of expecting the ECB interest rates and the dollar news on Thursday. Now, when this happened, price was moving up. If we go into lower time frame, I went on the 5 minutes on this day and I used the entry off of this. Now, when price, this is where I did, right? But I used the 15 minutes and added some pips here because why I wasn't active on my chart. Obviously, if you were using your stop loss right below this break, you would have gotten stopped out. I will not tell you why I had my stops here. The people in my trade room know why I had my stops here. But this is what I had in mind. I wanted to see price. Now that price had pushed below this, I will see how we had a stab and push above. I was looking to play the basic resistance turning support. And when price pushed back here and put me into the trade, I just simply let it run and I left the house. And then this happened. You can see my TP level was 1.1850. This is where I got out of the trade. You can see the spike took me out, and this is where Courtney sold the trade. She sold right at the same level because she had I didn't ask her how she sold, if it was a market execution, if it was a sell limit, but she sold her trade right here, and then That's when everything just shut the bed going into the end of the day. Now, this just goes to show you that once you understand the high time frame, what makes price, understanding the fundamentals. Now, and if I do this, you can see the range properly where we have price stabbing this low, just trading around this area before finally pushing up. And then when it pushes up, it goes for the range high. So price keeps on stabbing around this level, finally takes out liquidity on Wednesday, then pushes high. So on this day, I bought at this point and I was just going for this high here. And when we touched that high, everything just died for the rest of the day. And a lot of people would think, oh yeah, why the euro die? Why the euro die? Interest rates, simple and short. There's actually no move in the market again that takes about spread. Oh yeah, why did that happen? Because you need to learn how to be prepared in this game. You actually need to learn how to be prepared and be on your toes. If not, something will catch you by surprise and you'll be left looking really stupid. So this was the play, and this is how I bought and got out the high of the day, and how someone in my trade room sold and sold basically the high of the week and the high of the day. And this was it when I was setting my limits. You can see it here, that same breaker right here. Price retraces back into it, and I went long. This was the previous week's high, and this is where I had my TP just a little bit below an 8 hour. So this just goes to show that the R's and whatever I get is not when someone uses a tight stop loss or whatever. Most people think, oh yeah, well, you're just doing that because you're looking for a good risk reward percentage. Nah, everything is planned out. There is a reason for everything. The people in my trade room basically know this. There is a reason for every single thing. Why I put my stops. Sometimes I'll go with a slightly bigger stop, say an 8 pip stop plus, a 10 pip stop plus, an 11 pip stop plus. Sometimes I'll do something like go for a 3 pip stop plus. I'm not just doing that because I'm looking for a big risk reward so I can increase my lot size. That's if you understand position sizing. There is a reason for everything. There is a reason to why I would do the things that I am doing and putting myself where I'm putting my stops. And again, about my trade room, no one should give me an ultimatum. Someone did that. I think it was like what some days ago. I got really pissed. And do not give yourself an ultimatum too, because the person was like, "Oh, da, 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 if I don't learn it within a week, I will leave." Or no, so I think the person said, "If I do not learn trading within a month, or if I do not make money within a month, I'll leave." I found that really disrespectful because it shows that your mind might not even be ready to be a full time trader, even to be a trader, because you're giving yourself time in something that you do not even know where you stand. Because it's not as if this person was familiar with my concepts. The person did not understand my concept at all, and you're starting to say a month. Do you know what a month is? That's 30 days. That is nothing. I've been doing this for time. So, and anyone else that has become profitable and has been able to hone his edge in trading understands that this is not an overnight success. This is not a month success. This is not a week success. You might get an understand, but that doesn't mean you'll be able to make money because people think, oh, once I understand the markets, I make money. Nah, you need to understand yourself. You need to understand the markets. You need to understand your strength and your weakness. Like trading, you have to find the balance between greed and fear. And the funniest stuff is if you lean just a little bit towards one side instead of the other, basically means if you're favoring one factor, you will be unbalanced. Now, if you're too fearful in the markets, right, you will not blow your account quite all right, but you will not make money. For your skill, that's something that I suffered with for a very long time. And if you're too greedy, you will blow your account because you do not have the discipline and a bit of the fear. I had way too much fear, but I wasn't greedy. So I understood the market, and with my understanding, I wasn't losing money, right? But I was meant to be making way more than what I was making. But I came out like with the understanding and everything that I knew for a very long time. Like I came out like an average guy until I had that, you know what, fuck this. Putting everything on the line. I'm not gonna be greedy and say bet my whole account on a trade, but at the same time, just do away with the fear and do what you need to do to get the results that you need to get, and everything's like changing from there. So do not give yourself an ultimatum. Do not give me an ultimatum. I will put you down. Do not do that. I hate it. And if you join my children, I beg you, please be respectful. If not, the next I'm trying to create a community out here. I'm not trying to like, oh yeah, I will kick you out and I won't let you come back in. Like when your subscription expires, I'm not gonna let you renew it. It's that serious for me because the people I have in there, I have love for every one of them, and they are very nice. We're sort of like a family. Everyone has a band, so we all know where everyone is from, and da 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 da. Da. It's not one of those away just coming and then the main guy, or you could call it the mentor. I don't like using the name mentor, but the main guy in the group, you don't even get to hear from him or her, and she just does whatever. Now I am active in there 24/7 every day of the week. Every time I answer phone calls and I talk to everyone. So if you know you want to join, you have to earn your stripes. Like you don't come in there and you don't put in the work and expect to get the results that everyone else is getting. Now you have to put in the work to get those results. But that's just it, and that's how I came about the trade. There's slightly a little bit more to this that I cannot discuss on here, but the people in the trade will understand this. And after this, I'm meant to have a session with the people that are available now and just have a bit of a banter and prepare for next week. But um, I'm expecting expansion soon, leading in towards the third quarter of the year. Once this month is done, we'll get into the third quarter of the year, basically the second half of the year, and yeah, it will be nice. It will be a nice thing. But yeah, guys, have a good week ahead. Do not do your ass in the markets. Stay disciplined. Put in the work. You will get the results. Love people.